I'll go ahead and hex it. And I did it twice.
1 sec, I'll remove one.
It. Okay. Beast dare not harm my gnomish brethren. Sure.
I just need line of sight, and I'm gonna do a ray of frost.
Do you have anything better than that?
I have chromatic orb.
That was
Better.
Very
nice.
nice.
Yeah, very nice.
There's one diamond down.
No, it does not consume the diamond.
Yeah, you
It only consumes the component if it says specifically that the component is consumed.
Yeah, so if it has an item, you just have to have the item, and it'll say specifically whether you have to use one up each time you cast it. But if it doesn't say you use it up each time, you still have the item. You just have to always make sure you have one on you.
Oh, I have 2 of them, so I'm safe.
Oh yeah, you're definitely safe then.
Oh, the rising would be crazy. It's 50 gold per cast. I will run to the NCAG.
Basically, an orb of ice just on it.
So you're taking a dash?
No, I'm just moving normally.
Oh, do you have 40?
Yeah.
Very
I'm
nice.
very
Very nice.
fast.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
perfect
run,
distance too.
I barely touch the ground. And I hit him, I spent a key point. Well, I will just make my first attack. And I spend a key point, and I make a flurry of attacks on him. Okay.
Okay. So this thing, it's getting beat on, it's getting spelled and stuff like that, and it seems to be annoyed, but it seems to continue to fight with this gnome as you see it take another huge bite into the gnome, and the gnome is starting to look like she's probably can't take any more of these these bites, or she's gonna perish. Dimble.
Alright. Beast, stay away from my gnome. X and Eldritch Blast again. Oops, I guess I didn't target that. Sorry.
I can drag it to the thing.
Huh.
All right.
And with that hit, the Ankeg drops, and the gnome kind of falls to the ground beside it.
I try to stabilize or see if the gnome is well.
Yeah, so the gnome doesn't seem to be doing too well, but she's awake. She's conscious. She's not dying or anything like that.
Okay.
She seems like not that any you can, but she seems like she could probably use a lot of healing. It seems like if she took another bite, she was probably gonna be out. But she's there. She's kind of composing herself, and she's basically kind of points towards the creature there and goes, "That band, and she points to a gold band that's on one of the legs of the bug that you just killed, and she's like, if I can have that, I'll give you 100 gold pieces. For those of you
Okay,
who,
I'm gonna look at that band.
yep. So basically, there's a gold band on one of the legs. It has fine letters of magical type writing. It looks like etched into it.
Which means I need to have an Arcana check?
Yep, you can have an Arcana check.
Or if you have detect magic or
If you use a detect magic,
identify.
if you have a detect magic, you can use it.
There's my Arcana in the tower.
Yep. So your Arcana basically tells you that this is like a magical like writing, like it's the same kind of writing you'd use for like magical text and stuff like that. But you don't get the sense that it's magical itself. Like you get this sense that it's written in like a magical typewriting.
Can I tell what type of writing? Is it a writing I already know?
Yeah. So basically, as someone with spellcasting, you'd know it's just a style that you'd write in if you were like writing on in a scroll or a spell book or anything like that.
Well, time to get that off of it because it doesn't need to be there.
Well, Dimble, being the last of my tribe, I kindly accept this other gnome's offer of the price for the gold and the gold ring, and say perhaps we can restart a new tribe together.
Well, since it's useless for me, I would rather take the gold.
Yeah, and I can tell you that if you went to go sell this, it's worth 50 gold. Like I basically just want it because of the significance it might play in the strange oddities that's going on in this area and for Emerald Enclave investigations.
Do I'm trying to get the sense of her sincerity truly on this.
Okay, roll an insight in the tower. Yeah, so both Lopan and Chris Lee, basically, she seems to be 100% sincere.
Then
Are any of you? No, none of you are
Well-
Emerald Enclave. Never mind.
Oh,
Or
I'm not.
If
by
any of you
far.
have seen Emerald Enclave pins before, the pin that I mentioned was on her cloak looks similar to the Emerald Enclave pins
Huh.
with the stag head or whatever it was that she was wearing.
Would I be able to take a dagger to sort of like cut off on one spot, so I can get it off the leg?
You can just pull the band off the leg. It's on a
Okay.
thicker part of the leg. If you pull it down the skinnier part to the end, it'll come off.
Okay, I'm gonna pull enough into it and getting it off. I'm like, I have no need for this band. Here you go.
All right, so she gladly accepts. Basically, gives your group the 100 pieces, looks to Dimble and says, "Thank you for your kind offer, but obviously I have a lot of work to do. There's so much going on. If you are a member of the Emerald Enclave and come visit sometime and we'll work together."
I might have to change factions.
No, I'm happy to be with the Lord's Alliance.
That is a noble choice.
Now, question: how in the hell do we get out of here?
So basically, you ask that, and she goes, "Oh, one sec," and she kind of thinks for a little bit, moves over to the edge of this cavern here, and kind of pushes against the wall, and another kind of cavernous area opens up. Basically, it seems like it connects into what the wall kind of caves in, and it goes into what seems to be a more stable, like actual mine. That like miners would mine from. But it seems like the mine is no longer worked. It seems like it's probably an older mine. And she is able to lead you out of these caverns.
Would we be able to get back to that tavern?
Yep. Yeah. So basically,
Okay.
these she leads you into some mines, and the mines lead out of like a mine entrance, back to just the, a little bit of the outskirts of where you kind of fell in. Like you haven't moved that much. Most of these tunnels seem like pretty much like right under kind of the town proper that you were in.
Okay. Okay.
Basically,
That's
as
kind of handy to see those mining shafts.
yeah, in the mining shafts as you're walking through, she sees some more badgers that seem to be dead, and she kind of looks at their claws, and she kind of like has this look of concern, and she basically kind of just shakes her head and continues to move on.
We need to get back up to the tavern we were at that you first saw us at.
Yep. So she basically guides you to the end of the tunnel, and you guys she thanks you for your assistance, and she says she's got to go bring the band into uh, the Emerald Enclave, and that she you know would be happy if she saw you again in the future.
Give her a nice, courteous bow. Glad we could be of help to you.
You head back to the tavern,
Yes.
and basically I guess you're kind of on the outside, but you uh, get there and you notice no vandalism today and nothing else, and I assume that for the rest of the night you kind of just watch the perimeter, considering it's all locked, unless you're planning to break in.
Yes.
And
No.
I eat as much as I can.
how are you getting in?
Well, Neela. Oh.
We are outside.
So basically, I'll assume that unless anyone wants to do anything crazy, that you wait on the outside patrolling that to make sure no one breaks in and vandalizes the outside of the building instead, until Crew Meg actually comes in the morning to check on you, and you let him know what happens. Are you showing him anything else?
He hired us to do. I'm going to show him the note and the scroll.
He doesn't need the scroll.
No, I'm showing him what we found in the tunnels.
Yeah. So he's like, this is wonderful. This is exactly what I need to actually convince the soldiery of Mulmaster to actually do a proper investigation. This is actual proof, which means they'll take me seriously now, and we'll have to do something. Thank you very, very much for this.
Just to let you know, there is roughly an 8-foot hole going about roughly 150 feet down in your cellar.
Okay, well, I'll definitely make sure to do something about that as soon as I can.
Well, it's only kind enough to let him know about the hole so he doesn't stumble upon it and go, boom.
No, thank you very much. Definitely. Is the tavern itself okay though? Like the upstairs, the area where the patrons will be?
Everything's fine. I sort of barricaded the door just to be on the safe side.
Okay, good to know. We'll handle that. Thank you very much. Like I
Yeah,
said, this is the proof we needed.
Some animals invaded, and I think that they ate some food from your kitchen.
Okay. Thank you very much. I'll definitely make sure I get some people to deal with any kind of pest problem that we have as well.
Yeah, like basically give him the note, as that's what he's really been wanting. The note that has the proof.
Yeah. So basically, what happens is you give him the note. He thanks you, like he mentions. This is the proof he'll need to get the soldiery to actually do a proper investigation. You continue after this night to work at House Saj during the party until tomorrow when we continue on with some more adventures. But you do hear over the next couple of days that it sounds like the vandalism does end up ending, and it seems like the soldiery have apprehended and dealt with certain individuals who might have been responsible.